some light. Hello, beautiful. How are you? I am doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Depending on where you are, it's also very hot outside, so yeah. Stay cool, everyone. Also gonna finish setting up a couple of things on my side. Because, let's see, I have a couple things. Okay. Yes. All right. Tom says, hello, my queen. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Frosty says, hello, Mistress Mara. Hello, Frosty. Nice to see you on here. Good to see everyone once again. Carl says, hello, Mistress. Looking ravishing as always. Hope everything is well with you. Red heart. Nice to see you on here. Mel also says, good evening, Miss Mara. How are you doing? But so sorry it's gone probably past 11 p.m. and I need to be up early for work. So sorry. Thanks for dropping by anyway. Always nice to see you here as well. DC Marvel and Harry Potter says, hello, Mistress. Hello. Nice username or user handle. That's like all the major movie studios in one. They say, yeah, I'm a nerd. Honestly, out of all of those, I think I'm a DC person, so I like that you have DC up first. Stephen Koflack says, hi, Mistress Mara. It's been a while. Yes, indeed, it has. Nice to see you on here. Mel says, night. Hope you have a great live stream. Thank you, Mel. Hope you have a good evening. Oh. DC says, me too, Mistress. Whoa, I just realized when I roll back and forth, it's kind of trippy for you guys. I'm like watching myself as I do it. Okay. What has everyone been up to? Any updates? Exotic Plush says, who is the youngest you have worked with? The youngest sub that I've been with? The youngest sub that I played with was probably 19. Mel says, lol, I'll be asleep, knocking back the Zeds. You mean meds? Oh, Zeds, like Z. Okay, got it. Stephen Koblack says, I'm a nerd too, but more so for Capcom and Konami, or was into Konami until they gave Kojima the boot and not in the fun way. And then, yeah, crapped on all his work and put him into the MGs and Silent Hill series. Did you see, have you seen Black Mirror? I don't remember which season it is. I believe it's the second one. Don't quote me on that one. There was a horror video game episode. And I believe they based the character on Kojima as being the creator of that horror video game. I think it was like an ode to him. Highly recommend. If you're not into Black Mirror, at least watch that episode, because that one was like, whoa. That was a mind F, if you know what I mean. DC says, how can I bow down to Mistress today? Well, if you have a couple of extra dollars, there are several ways to do that. I have custom emojis that you can use in the chat, such as this. And those are all custom made by me, and they're called Mara emojis. If you go onto my main page, Miss Mara, you can join my memberships, and it's a monthly membership, and you get access to all of the emojis that I have created. Those are the ones that I have so far. And the more people that join that, the more emojis unlock. And then after that, I also have a Mara Hegao tier, and those are for my feet people, because I will post like photos and videos for those who really like my feet and just want to request my feet in certain boots and heels and stuff like that. So yeah, go check that out. And you can join the membership tiers while you bow down on the ground at the same time. This is also good for anyone who's coming in now or watching it afterwards, after the live stream. Stephen Black says, for horror games and zombie stuff, I was bigger into Resident Evil and Dead Rising. Nice. I've never actually watched any of these, and I should, because I have a lot of like Resident Evil fans, and I really like Mila. And then I have a sibling who also really likes Silent Hill, and I was like, you like Silent Hill? Then there must be something in it that, you know, is worth watching. So yes, I gotta get on that. I have a list of like movies that I need to watch, and I've been just collecting them, but I haven't been watching anything because I've been trying to shift to other things. But yeah, I'm writing it down now. And Silent Hill. All right, cool. And let's see. Sam Belmont says, hi, dear Miss Mara. Greetings from France. Oh, hello. Bonjour. Or it's probably nighttime there, so bonsoir, I guess. Thanks for sharing that sweet, relaxing moment with us. Pathetic worms, lol. About video games, when will they create a true, real Buddhism game? I'm pretty sure the Japanese have already done that. I don't play any video games currently, so I'm not sure what the names are. However, I'm pretty sure you can find them easily if you search for it. I'm sure there's whole forums dedicated to that. Korean Foot Slave says, hello, Queen. Hello to you as well. Tom is asking, do you like to color your subs? You know, coloring is a very important thing that happens. It's kind of like a wedding ceremony, so I don't take that lightly. I was, how do you say, trained by the old guard, and so for me, coloring is like a huge deal if, you know, the sub has actually earned the right to be colored. Oh man, I think I'm doing too many things, and the quality of my stream is a little poor, so let me change a few things. Okay. Skins fan forever says, hi Miss Mara, good evening. Can we have the pleasure of seeing your feet? Yes, you may. I am now accepting tips through the $ that's underneath the chat. It looks like this. $5 to $10 lets me show my feet to everybody for a little while, and anything greater than that is pretty much, you know, you can request me to put on shoes for like $20, $25 and stuff like that. So I have everything. I have like boots. Some guy wanted flip-flops at one point, and I did that. My nice flip-flops. So yes. And $50 was like for showing it for like the rest of the hour kind of thing. Anything above that, you know, just keeps increasing the time limit with me. Stephen Black says, Mila wasn't in any of the games, but Stephanie Panicella and Nicole Tompkins did really well for Jill and Claire. Oh yeah, sorry, I meant for the films. The Resident Evil films, not the actual video games. My bad. To clarify and step backwards. Sam says, bonsoir, yes, lol. Maybe you could be the model for it, dear Miss Winky Face. I wish. That would be an awesome collaboration. You let me know who's interested in making games, and we can come up with something. Stephen Cole Black says, I'm sure there's been some video games created, but a lot of live gaming and live streaming platforms will probably consider them against TOS, unfortunately, which is totally lame. I agree. 100%. You'd have to like host a private stream or something. Yeah, unfortunately. So, as you can see on my channel, like it's super, 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 super tame because I don't want, you know, I want to be here, right? Vatsal says, it's midnight in India and I was preparing for my bed after regular work, and I'm glad to see you online. Such a pleasure, Red Heart. Ah, nice to see you too. I'm glad you were able to catch me. I know it's like timing can be a little bit off because right now for me it's only 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and usually I'm pretty busy throughout the morning because I'm doing admin work. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with everything. Thomas says, hello, beautiful. Hello from Florida. Hello. We're over there, by the way. I was thinking of visiting there at some point, but I'm not sure. Also, travel's pretty crazy for a lot of people because things just started opening up again, so. Sam says, I envy you and Second Life showed the way, but a final step is missing, I think. I never played either of those, but I know what they are. Stephen Cove Black says, on Twitch, which is where most of my live gaming content is, any games rated AO or above M 70 plus are banned from being streamed live on the platform. Is that like an automatic thing? Like, how do they know what game you're streaming? Like, I guess you have to like title it or something, or like how would they know? Or you're just by other people? Like, I was always curious about that. David says, hello, Mistress Mara. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks, David. Luis says, hello, Mara. Hello, Luis. Greg, or Gregorio, says, hello, Miss Mara, with 2 or 3 kissy emoji faces and 4 red hearts. Steven, I'm going to reword your message because I think I have not permitted the S curse word on my page. So I'm going to say the crap thing is, even if what you're doing isn't necessarily, you know, intimate, or if somebody reacts, you know, roused by it, TOS on some sites can still consider it violation. And yeah, they can. I can confirm that. Greg says, yes, I'm Mexican. Oh, cool. I don't meet a lot of Greg Mexicans. So, you're one of my first, I guess. I think. Korean person says, good morning. Good afternoon. It's afternoon here. And let's see. Oh, damn it. Says, okay, I'm going to reread that because my connection's not great right now. Yeah, you have to categorize the game or what you were streaming on a lot of platforms, and it's also a TOS violation to miscategorize what you're streaming to. Yeah, I guess, you know, on our system and everything. Thomas says, I'm in the Tampa area. There's a club called Phoenix. The Phoenix. Cool. Are they open again? Because actually I found out one of the ones here in Los Angeles has closed. So that kind of sucks. Vatsal says, any plans in visiting India? If yes, I'd love to give you a tour, ma'am. Not currently. I have, I'm unfortunately, like, still planning where I want to go next. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this to see if streaming gets any better. Stephen Koplak says, yeah, so if somebody picked their nose on camera and a bunch of people with nose picking interests got off to it, they would still count that TOS violation because of how it was reacted to. Man, that's like, what, okay. I want to keep this conversation short because there were a bunch of people who talked about it and it's a relevant topic. But like, what about all the chicks in like jacuzzi tubs or in their cosplay wear and they're like bikinis? Korean person says, I'm 23. Oh, it's 7:23 a.m.? Oh, okay, I read that wrong. 7:23 a.m. Okay. Thomas says, yes, they are open. Cool. David says, do I have any plans for the 4th of July? Yes, I'm actually going out of town. Not that far, but I'm going up north of the Santa Barbara area. So I'm staying pretty like close to home for now, just because I don't know, I'm trying to feel out travel for now. I know a lot of people are doing it, but I like to kind of, you know, stay safe. And I don't know if you guys know about the new COVID strain. There's a new strain, yay, called the Delta one. So yeah, even if you're vaxxed, they're like strongly recommending you to still have your mask on in public areas. Stephen Kablak says, I wondered about that too, and honestly, I think it's stupid to be held at fault over the way you're being reacted to if what you're doing itself isn't anything wrong. It gives trolls excuses to overreact and make an issue of something that would otherwise be nothing to try to get people. Yeah, I know. Like, you could say that about any platform, honestly, and it doesn't even have to be about, you know, intimate topics. It can just be like, you know, people not liking who you are and then like saying stuff. So I don't know how they're gonna check and balance all of that, because I don't think it's fair for random people to, like you mentioned, you know, say stuff like that. It's just not cool, especially if the person is putting a lot of hard work and effort into it. So Vetsal says, I want to contribute you for your work, but my INR contribution converted to dollars would be insufficient. Feel free to send me super chats and super stickers. You can find that underneath the chat. By I don't know if, can you guys see the super chats thing in the chat? I don't know if I can see it on my own. I'm gonna need to see if it actually works. Huh, you can't for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now you can. I think you guys need to, let's see, refresh your windows. Okay, cool. Wait, no, that's still not it. Damn it. I don't know. Let's see. Stephen Code Black says, yeah, we as content creators should still be protected from that sort of thing being used as an excuse to get our content removed out of hate. Even if what you do on your stream is different from the kind of gaming content I center my streams around, it is still created content you made and your right to freedom of expression. It's not like you're condoning any type of slander or bigotry. Yeah, I actually did a video about this because I was really frustrated with this for the last couple of months, and I didn't post it because I didn't want to get into that right now, but yeah. It's a thing. Keep fighting the good fight, I guess, and just try to keep it super clean. Okay. Vatsal says, how can anyone dislike your video? If people can't appreciate, they shouldn't spread it. And Steven says, amen to that. I totally agree with you guys. I think it's like, but I don't know. I mean, everybody's going to have somebody who doesn't like their stuff. And some of those people who don't like the stuff are always going to want to say something about it, you know? It's ridiculous, honestly. Steven says, I wish YouTube would remove the dislike button. Yeah, it doesn't really cultivate anything. Like, what does it do? Because it doesn't actually hurt your ratings. Like, the dislike button actually helps your ratings. Another really, really well-known YouTuber did a test on another channel of his, and he said that if you dislike the button, the fact that you have interacted at all with the video means that you are able to help promote it because you've done something about it, if that makes sense. Whereas if you just watched a video and you didn't do anything, you didn't like it, you didn't comment, you didn't share it or whatever, that will hurt the video more than liking or disliking. Unknown says, hello, miss. Hello. Oh, geez. And half an hour already passed by. What? But yeah, super chats and super stickers are back. Stephen Koplak says, time flies. Indeed, especially when you're having fun. But what's the temperatures like where you guys are? Because it's really freaking warm here. I mean, that's not uncommon. Also, we're now in summertime, so... Oh, it's not that bad. It's like 86 where I am. Tomorrow's gonna be a high of 91. Friday is gonna be a high of 93. Ooh. So, yeah, so fun. Stephen Koplak says, and I don't mean that in the sense of throwing your watch or clock out the window. I don't think I've ever thrown, oh wait, I might have thrown my clock once, but I didn't remember it. But I do remember it scuffing my wall one time. He says it's been in the upper 90s here, burning up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hydrate, you guys. I'm already almost done with this. So I'm gonna refill. Vatsal says that's one hell of a bottle. You mean the size? It's as long as my face. Like look at that. Maybe longer. Stephen Koplak says, I'm guessing when you did that, I'm not so sure that you did it just to see time fly. I honestly don't remember doing it. I just remember seeing the dent in my wall, and I was like, ooh, the color of that dent is the same color as my clock. Oops. It was when I was super young, though. I was in, like, high school or something. This was a long time ago. After that, I had this console that I had to physically press the button to turn off. Like, you couldn't hold that thing up. So, Keyboard Warrior says, hello, miss. Hello. Stephen Koplak says, bad joke, I know. No, it's not. David says, from here in Compton, it's 79. Oh, that's nicer than where I am. Shadowplay says, hi, what's up? Not much, just hanging out because I overdid it last weekend, so now I'm live streaming instead of last weekend. Uh-oh, Korean person says, English. I don't know a lot of Korean. All I know is 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. And like thank you and stuff. Oh, and I love you, because I've watched Korean dramas before. Vetsal says, I've never heard a miss say, like, share, and subscribe. I wish I could say that for you, lol. You can type it out here onto the chat. I mean, everybody who's here now, give me a thumbs up on the live stream. Yeah, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. The Korean person says BTS. I don't listen to BTS. I'm not like the K-pop that I used to listen to was like actually I like Blackpink, but who was it? There was a girl that I used to listen to a lot when I was in high school, but I don't remember her name. Damn. She was a popular one though. And she could sing in English too. Shadowplay says, yeah, I hate BTS. Stephen Cole Black says, doth thou speaketh old English of the Shakespearean era? No, I do not. It's like so hard to maintain in my head. I feel like if I did more theater, like old school theater, then I probably would have just like knocked it out of the park, because when you're in high school and your brain is still, you know, formulating, all of that stuff is really easy to mold in, but you know, Korean person says, BTS in Korea is so-so. You know, I'll give them this. They can dance. They're really great dancers, because I follow a dance choreographer and he like did a reaction video and showed them on his channel, and I was like, wow, they can dance. So yeah. Let's see. Shadowplay says, I like the girl groups better. Yeah, I really like Blackpink. Stephen Complex says, what's BTS? Boy band group, super popular with a bajillion views, for those of you who don't know. But Sal says, I suggest you one crazy Indian song. I'm sure you'll find it weird. It says like this. Oh man, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. There was a freaking Indian song that actually Koreans reacted to. It was this really beautiful, I think it was part of a movie, but she did like the Bollywood dance, but it was in this like super gold room with like mosaics on the walls, and she was dancing for a king. She like came in with the huge doors and had a bunch of dancers with her. It was so pretty. Like, it looked like a music video, but I think it was a movie. Ahmad says, hi, hello. Nice to see you on my stream. Stephen Cold Black, Code Black. I just called you Stephen Cold Black, like you're cold-blooded killer. Says, I don't know much about that type of English either. I only know American English because, as the English chaps would call, I'm as the English chaps would call a bloody yank. Yeah. I've never been called that before, but Shadowplay says, Blackpink is my favorite group. Yeah. I mean, their songs are super easy to dance to. Also, they can dance too. Like, their choreography is pretty intense. I really like Lisa because she can dance, she can rap, she can sing and everything. So, and she's not even Korean. She's like Thai or something. David gives a thumbs up, mistress. When the sunlight come out, says, hello, watching from the Philippines. Oh, mabuhay. Oh man, that's another place I can't wait to go back to. I really miss the Philippines. Like, my grandparents are over there and I really need to get over. Supposed to go last year, of course, but haven't yet. Vatzel says, love the way you pronounce my name, in love with my name now. Wait, am I saying it right? Laughing, crying emoji. Ahmad says, where do you live in America? I am based in Los Angeles, California. So, like, this is where I live, but then I travel throughout the US and internationally. When sunlight comes out, I'm just gonna call you Sunlight. Says Maganda Umaga host. Thank you, and good afternoon to you too. Well, it's afternoon here. Because I think in the Philippines right now, it's like, what is it? Oh, geez, it's like 6 in the morning. Why are you up so early? Shadowplays says, do you know who Chungha is? If you don't know, she's in a K-pop group called IOI. Now she's going solo. Oh, no, I don't know that one. Like, I've heard of different groups, but like, I only listen to like Blackpink and oh, what's the other one called? Like Momoland or something? Because, and I never found them myself. Like, my dance teacher was the one who did choreography to those. So. Oh, okay, Watsal. Okay, Watsal says, it's actually Watsal, or you can say anything you like. Everything works for me. It's actually a dream come true to be chatting with a real life miss. Oh, thanks for correcting me. So are your, when you write V, is it W like in, it's like the opposite of German. Because like German, when they write W, they actually pronounce it with V. Like the Volkswagen. Shadowplay says, I know many K-pop group names. Do you want to know them? No, I'm good. I'm okay. Thank you, though. Jess says, hi, Queen. You look amazing today. Crown, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Nice to see you. You guys make me smile, so I'm really happy to be here and to connect with you guys. And also, I think I'm going to be trying to keep my... damn it. I was going to say I'm going to try to keep my live stream schedule, but this weekend I'm going to be out of town, so I don't know if I can. I'm definitely going to be posting a video on Saturday at 1 p.m. I already have that set up. But as for live stream, I was going to try going back on Sundays. I mean, we'll see. Maybe you'll see where I'm at on Sunday. So. Ahmad says, I show your video every day. Ah, yay. I'm glad that you can watch my stuff over and over again. I try to be entertaining to some extent. Ashley says, hello, Mistress Mara, watching you in the UK. Oh, yay, Great Britain. Hello. And welcome to my stream. Shadowplay says, you're welcome. Watsal says, this time you pronounced it right. Glad. With the monkey don't see face. Stephen Coat Black says, one of my friends, Dominic, his girlfriend just got triggered when he was joking about starting an American K-pop band, saying it's a contradiction. Not really. If he's Korean American, that's not really a contradiction because he's American, but he's making it in the style of Korean pop. Shadowplay says, can I just come for the streams? I mean, I would appreciate it if you watched my other content too. I have really good ones. Also, past streams are hilarious, especially if I'm drinking. And especially if I'm drinking with other people, like my other submissives or something. Watsel says, I'm giving some exams of taxes and law. Once I get it done, I'll surely visit for a lesson with Miss Mara. Oh, wow. Well, what you're doing is very important, so keep up the good work. And yes, would be happy to see you when you come over here. David says, I remember about 4 years ago, an old friend of mine from high school who was driving the car got hit by another car, jumped out of the windshield, and still standing. I was laughing so hard. Laughing, crying face. It reminded me from the movie of The Hitman's Bodyguard, what happened to the seatbelt rule. That's such a random tangent that we just went on. Like, how did we get from K-pop to like a car accident? Well, I'm glad your friend is okay, and I guess it's funny because he's okay in hindsight, but really random. Stephen Coat Black says, something can still be American, yet at the same time embracing of or in the style of foreign culture, can't it? Yeah, of course. America is the melting pot country. Like, well, I guess Canada is now too, pretty much. But yeah, that's the backbone of America, is that a bunch of people didn't like it in their own countries and was like, I'm going to this place. Land of the free. And yeah, everything that has come out of America, whether it's art, music, whatever, is like a culmination of different cultures or like history, you know, since the country was born, I guess. And this is a good segue into the 4th of July. Where's my flag? I don't even know if I want to wave this around. Maybe I won't, but I got a Merca flag next to me. Ahmad says, Miss Mara, you're the best. Aw, thank you. Watsel says, oh, the bottle again. Laughing, crying face. It's actually cute. You know, this thing is very sturdy. It also has 2 layers. So it's like double paned. It's a great bottle. Also, love this. The straw doesn't come out. There's like a little holder for it if you could see it. So that's pretty cool. So like if you're driving around, it won't fall out. Or, you know, if you're walking around and you're like drinking from down here, it won't fall out. And this thing closes so you can drink directly from it too. They thought of a lot of things, so. It's a very nice bottle. Stephen Coat Black says, this chat's been all over the place, I take it. Well, I mean, that's kind of how live chats or live streams go. Like, you can, I love that it can go wherever. It was just like a really jarring jump from like K-pop to car with a smashed windshield and then a reference to a movie about a car crash. Steven says it's your flag, your stream. Wave it if you want to. Who are we to tell you that you can't? No, it's not you guys. It's me. Because I have mixed feelings about what the American flag represents. Like sometimes I'm like, yay, we're so progressive, you know, and then other times I'm like, no, we're not. So it's been like a mixture of things. So just to keep it neutral on my channel, like that's my goal. It's just like, I'm just gonna be neutral. If ever I should like have the, you know, pride flag, which is packed away somewhere. I have one, but today is the last day of the month of Pride. However, I encourage all of you to continue with your rainbow selves throughout the entire year because that's what I do, and, you know, stay proud. Samrat says, hi, ma'am. Hello. Watsal says, do you have any pets? I have human pets that like to dress in animal gear or act as animals sometimes. And that's called pet play. Tor says, hello. Hello. David says, here's your flag, mistress. Thank you, David. Well, also, like, the 4th of July is also someone in my family's birthday. So, like, I consider it a celebration for them being born, too. So, yeah. Watsal says, is barasam a taboo in America? Yes. However, because of mainstream TV and movies, people are now opening up to it a little bit more. However, because it still has ties to, you know, intimacy where people can, you know, get off on that, it's more of a tricky situation in that regard rather than, oh, I like to play, if that makes sense. Samrat says, you're looking so beautiful in gloves or with boots. Boots, man. I said boop. Boop. Thank you. Watsal says, human pets. I wish I could be one. What animal would you be? Shadow Plays says, do you have any tattoos? I don't, which is really crazy because all throughout like university, I was like designing mine because I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. So I was designing my own, and it was going to be a large one. But I still haven't done it yet. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm waiting for, honestly. But I kind of like want to do it like old school with the hammer and like chisel. But that's going to take forever. And it's going to take forever in the area that I would like it to be. And so I'm wondering if I should just like start the design of the tattoo in that regard and then go from there. I don't know. I still have to make up my mind because, you know, tattoos are forever. And yeah. Every time I see my sibling, which is like every 3 months, they have a new tattoo. So right now I think I'm living vicariously through them because they literally have one almost everywhere. I'm like, you look like freaking mafia, man. Watsal says, a dog. Ah, I love puppies. Shadow Plays says I would be a human wolf. like a anthropomorphic type where you still can walk on 2 feet like a werewolf, or would you just be a wolf but like obviously as a human? Samrat's asking, can I wear gloves now? Yes, if you guys tip me in a super chat or a super sticker found right underneath the chat box, there's a $sign and you can click it and tip it, and I will grab a pair of gloves. David says, oh, my cousin has the same day as 4th of July and birthday. Cool. Yeah, the person that I'm talking about in my family whose birthday is the 4th of July, their sibling's birthday is on the 5th of July. So it's like one birthday and then the next day, which is really funny. Matthew says, hello, mistress. Hello. Welcome to the stream. David says, is that Toothless on top? Yes, that's Toothless. Steven says, Samrat, there's a tip button below chat. Depending on how much you tip, she might accept your request. Exactly. Leather Hitman says, hello, hello. Winky face. Hello, Leather Hitman. Nice of you to join. Watsal says, you like pets colored or chained mostly or otherwise? Colored is best because then I can put them on leashes and take them on walks. I even do that with kittens because I like adventurous cats. It's so warm. If I turn on the AC, I'm not going to be able to hear my music, and I don't even know if you're going to hear me. And it's not that hot that I need it yet, so. Leather Hitman says, chains full time, you might trip, lol. I won't trip. The puppy might trip. It's like, I've walked my pets before, and, you know, they're on all fours. And for them to not like get wound up in the chains, it's like a real dog where you have to like tell them to turn around, or I have to like turn around for them because they have no space to do that, or whatever the case may be. It's really fun. Matthew says, you doing any more feet videos soon? Yes, I have one in the bank. And also, as I mentioned previously, if you guys tip me through a super chat and super sticker, I will show them live to everybody, depending on how much you guys tip. So $5 and up, you get a foot show live. Watsal says, hit the like button and subscribe. That would be great. Indeed. Give me a thumbs up on this live stream. Shadowplay says, yes. As you can tell, my voice is still a little like hoarse from last weekend. It's already Wednesday and like my voice is still like, trying to come back. I wasn't even yelling that much. It was just really loud where I was, and I guess talking to people for hours and going like, yeah, over the music, even though I wasn't even by any of the speakers, is the thing. Watsal says, where's your human pet, ma'am? Well, I have several. My personal puppy is at work right now. So they are working hard for that money, honey. David? Or is it David? Says bonsoir. Good evening to you. Let's see. I was gonna bring up something, but now I forgot. Damn it. Well, if it comes back, I will let you know. David, I'm just gonna call you David. So thank you. I live in France. We're in France. It's been a while since I've been to France. Matthew says, do I do foot washing videos, mistress? I am planning on doing one in the future. Well, it depends. It depends on a couple things. But I have one already made. Not a foot washing one. It's actually the opposite of one. I play with stuff with my feet. But yeah, that'll be coming out soon. Either this weekend or next weekend, next Saturday. This Saturday or next Saturday at 1 p.m. So make sure you're subscribed so that you know when. Leather Hitman says, like David. Whatzel says, I do need to get a job in America after this degree, and I want to earn for Miss Mara and be her pet. Aw, that's a great ambition. I love that. Okay, yeah, Oh, David says, they have to go back. Oh, that they're coming back later because they need to go to work. Bye for now. David says, do you have any new toys, mistress? Like, what kind of new toys? Like, since the last toy video review that I did? Or like, what? Leather Hitman says, full on mani-pedi. I don't know if a lot of guys are interested in like hand nails. Are you guys interested in also watching like hand fingernails being done? Also, I haven't gotten my nails done in like over a year, which is crazy. What Sal said is any video coming on ASMR on human pet or something like that. I don't think I can do something like that, unfortunately, because that'll probably be against like policy. But you can view, let's see, where can you view that? You know what? Not ASMR, but I'm planning on doing something in the future. It's going to be in the farther future. So keep on the lookout, though. Matthew says, what channel are you doing it on? I'm doing it on this channel. This is my main channel. Leather Hitman asks, how do you get the sponsorships for product videos? Also, yes, who doesn't want to see their mistress look her best? Winky face. So most of the sponsorships come to me, like they ask me or they find me through social media and stuff like that, and they're just like, hey, do you want to test out our products? And I'm like, sure. Do you want to go even further and like have me review and then talk about it? And then you know, I've recently only been doing ones that like actually pay me to do the video because, you know, like, why not? I mean, just getting free products is nice, but it doesn't add up to the amount of effort and work that puts into, you know, making the actual video, because it's a dedicated video to their products, you know. Matthew asks, do I suffer from hard skin, mistress? Do you mean like on my feet? like calluses. David says, last video. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've gotten any new toys. I mean, I've gotten new kitchen toys. But yeah, I need to actually run to the restroom because it's been an hour, and yeah, as you guys know, I've been already sipping on this, so I'm gonna do that really quick. But quickly, Watsal says, your beautiful eyes and hair too. Thank you. Matthew says, yes. Yes, I do have soft calluses on the balls of my feet because I used to run cross country and track, and they've been there ever since. Also, the high heels that I wear for work. Also, you know, play into that. Okay. So, Royal says, hi Queen, how are you? I'm doing well, welcome to the stream. Watsal says, are your subs jealous or another one's coming in for sessions? No, they're not, because, you know, they know exactly what I do, and it'd be silly of them to think that I was only going to play with just one person. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be, you know, advertising. David is asking, are you going to see the new movie Black Widow? I won't see it in theaters, but I probably will see it eventually because I heard that it was like, I mean, it's all girl power, right? She's like supposed to be, you know, the tough chick without, you know, superpowers, really. She's just really strong and smart because she was trained to be a spy, Russian spy. Leather Hitman says, for my leather interests, it's fine to consider I'm a glover along with most of my treasures, but I always give that opinion for ladies, so it's not an issue with nails. Huh. Okay. Yeah, but when I'm asking, like, are you guys interested in actually, like, seeing nails being done and painted? Because, like, for some people, you know how, like some guys who aren't even interested in makeup or whatever, sometimes like watching it because of the person and also because it's like relaxing. It's almost like in a Zen mode, you know, kind of like they're experiencing like a spa day vicariously through somebody else, you know? Vatsal says, when can you take us on a tour of your space? Unfortunately, I no longer have a space because the space I was managing had to close during COVID of last year. So that was unfortunate. But you could see what it looked like on my interview with Wannabe TV. It's so dry. Okay. Matthew says, when you do that video, you're removing the calluses as well. Have you seen my my pedicure video? Because the pedicure one, my sub files my calluses off. And I actually sent the skin to one of my subscribers, which is really nice. Nothing goes to waste. What's else says, is this video going to be private because I'm saving it for sure? No, it's not. It'll be available under my live streams. How do you say? Live streams. Playlist. I'm saving it on there right now. What should I call it? Okay. Leather Hitman says, that too. Therapeutic, lol. Okay, yeah, that was kind of what I was asking before. What Sal says, I'm sorry. Wait. Sorry for what? I always like naming my streams though. It's like, it's so funny to like remember what we talked about and then like I have to like think really hard because I'm just like, what did we talk about? and then I title the live streams based on what we talked about. So we talked about K-pop today. K-pop bands. Streaming platforms. What else do we talk about? Like, let's see. Matthew's asking what channel my pedicure video is on. This channel. Actually, it's on both. Just look up Chanel and then like, yeah, look up Chanel and in my, how do you say, on my channel page. Vatsal says, have you made any sub bald as a punishment for anything? No, but I really want to. I really, really want to. That would be fun. David says, I went to the movie theater yesterday and it was fine, not a lot of people. You go to the movies a lot. Let's see. Matthew says, I will watch after the live. Good boy. Okay, Watzel says, well, I wish I could be the one to get this bald thing done. Save it for the future. I'll definitely do it. Tony says, which is your best femme movie? You mean the one that I've created? Like the one that I've directed myself? Probably would be Cocoon, honestly. That's like been my personal favorite. Just like the whole feel of it. Matthew says, looking forward to the foot washing video, mistress. Yeah, so in that video, not only does my foot get washed, it gets rinsed in warm water, and then my nails get cut, my feet get filed, my feet get moisturized, like it's a whole thing. Charles says at Vatsal, I think making them hairless from head to toe would be more of a punishment and fun. That's a long time. That would be like half an hour at least, depending on how much hair the person has. Matthew says, can't wait. Yeah. Vatsal says, which kind of session do you enjoy the most? Oh, that's like, honestly, just letting me do whatever I want and whatever I feel like. You know, some people will give me their interests as a guideline, but then I kind of just like take it and go where I want with it. So I always like to start out like soft and sensual, and then like I'll ramp up and, you know, make it more intense. And then later I will, you know, it's like a movie. There's a beginning, middle, and end. And a climax. Well, sometimes. Climax in a way like where the impact can be very, you know, like the maximum that the person can take, or etc., etc. Watsal says, at Charles, I agree. David says, do you have Disney Plus on TV or phone or watching on the website? No, I do not. However, if anybody wants to share their account with me, I would be very, 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 very appreciative. But because the last thing that I really wanted to watch, well, the last Disney thing that I watched was The Mandalorian season 2, which was awesome. Love Mandalorian. Honestly, I think that series was better than the whole the last segment of the Star Wars films with Rey and Kylo Ren. I think that was better. So Mandalorian was better. But yeah. Why are you asking, David? Is there something on there that I should be paying attention to? Also, I'm in love with the Pirates franchise. Minus the 4th movie. I just was like not into that one. Sam says, which was awesome. Such a Sweet melody, lol. I didn't even notice that I did that. Oh man, yeah. I like sing song a lot. What's else says, do you like to number or make a permanent mark on subs? So I haven't really done that yet. I've marked people in a way where it's like, you know, if anybody asked, like, people are just like, oh yeah, I fell, or oh yeah, whatever. It's not like a descriptive mark, but I really want to either tattoo. Yeah, I think tattooing is better than, like, some people asked about branding and stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's very painful, and like it's very unsanitary, I think, unless you're like a trained nurse or know how to close wounds like that. I feel like it's more of a danger than, I mean, yeah, it's more of a hazard, I think. So I think numbering them is a little like, unless you're putting a number that's of significance, like the day you met, like the first time you saw each other and played together, or if it's I don't like to number them like in according to things, because like different people met me at different times, and I don't think it's fair for them to be categorized by like when they met me, you know, because that doesn't make them any worse or better than another person serving me, if that makes sense. Matthew's asking, are you barefoot now, mistress? I am. I'm waiting for a super chat or a super sticker to show them off, my summer soles. Or you can just go to iwantmara.com and check out my foot content there. Sam says, if doming doesn't work anymore, what would you then, you know what to convert to, miss? Winky face. What are you referring to? What would I convert to? What do you think I would convert to? I guess that's the question. This is such an upbeat song. Sam says, sorry for my bad English. I was meaning you could sing. Oh no, you don't have bad English. I understand you perfectly. I was just curious to what you were referencing. Yeah. When I was younger, that was one thing I wanted to be, was actually a singer. For a little while I had classes to train my voice too, but yeah, didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. Because at the time I think I had connections, but oh well, maybe, I mean, who knows, right? Sam says, well, let's say singer or foot goddess. I'm not sure, lol. Well, I'm already a foot goddess. I'm an award winning, I won an award for my feet. Watsel says, is black your favorite color? It is not. It used to be blue, but my favorite color right now, I don't know, it's always been a toss-up between like a really nice crimson or like an emerald green too. I really like those two colors as well. I also like gold and silver. That's a lot of freaking colors, but you know, yeah. What's else says, if not a domina, what would you have been? Well, before I was a domina, I was working in film and entertainment. I was a graphic designer and illustrator. So, yeah. I was doing that. Sam says, I know, I was kidding, miss. Oh. David says, okay, I gotta go because we're going out to dinner. We're gonna eat at Fridays. See you soon. Bye, Mistress Mara. Have fun. I was gonna say happy Friday, but it's not Friday. It feels like the week should be over already. I don't know why. It just started, but we're halfway there. Tony says, you are so seductive. I'm supposed to be working and I'm watching you. Haha. As long as you're getting your stuff done and stuff done right, I don't think that it's harming anybody. What's also asking, what's Thanksgiving, miss? Like, wait, what? How did Thanksgiving come up? Like, as a holiday? Are you asking me to describe it or to like define it? What? Matthew's asking, what do you post on your OnlyFans? I post some foot content there too. Not as much as like I post behind the scenes of like sessions that I've done and behind the scenes of projects that are in the works that I am not quite ready to share with people yet, but I will share with my, close fans. And then my AVN Stars subscription is good for those who like cucking. Yeah. I have different stuff on all accounts. Like here on my YouTube channel, I have 2 tiers for my memberships. The first one is to get these awesome Mara emojis that are custom only to my channel. And then the second tier is subscribing to my feet. And you can read more about it under the chat. If you click on the $sign, then you can see the option to join. And if you click on that, the tiers are right there. What'sell says, if you ask, I just watched a show before your stream and it was good. They offered this Thanksgiving party. It sounded nice with all the food and stuff, and it felt like Christmas to me. Oh, yeah. So Thanksgiving is actually the holiday right before Christmas. It's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas here in the United States. And Thanksgiving originated with, it's supposed to symbolize the pilgrims dining with the natives here when the British arrived on a boat called the Mayflower. And, it was more of a slaughter than anything else, but to kind of bridge the 2 worlds and sugarcoat over history, they made Thanksgiving. So it's like, because the natives pretty much accepted these foreigners and, gave them food and everything. And I think now it's more or less about that than it is about just being thankful. So like it's time when families gather. If you don't have family around, friends, like they call a meeting of friends and eating and cooking together, like Friendsgiving. So yeah, it's just a time to be more grateful, especially since it's like towards the end of the year. It's in November, so it's the second to the last month of the year, and it's at the end of the second to the last month of the year. So yeah, traditional Thanksgiving is turkey, Mashed potatoes, cranberries, gravy, and then side dishes like, you know, other roasted vegetables. Some people even do other meats like lamb or fish if they're not meat eaters. You can also do plant-based ones because there's a lot of vegans here. So there's people who do like tofu or like meat substitute turkey. So yeah, that's probably more information than you needed, but that's the history of Thanksgiving at the end of June. Sam says, Miss, what do you think of that sentence? I imagined years ago, sub talking about his or her mistress. Without her, I am nothing. Under her, I'm less than nothing. Ooh, I love that. I think that's a really beautiful quote. I think that when a submissive finds their mistress, their master, like there's something that happens in their connection that really like births a new relationship that is unlike anything else that they've experienced before. And I think that, you know, the second part, under her, I'm less than nothing, that's just signifying that, you know, the relationship is something, but they are less than anything that they could possibly imagine because they are under this supreme being, this goddess or this sir figure. So that's what I think anyway. Timothy says, I think the question was, if not Dom, what would you be? Did I not answer that properly? I thought I did. I guess I answered it as a way to say like, yeah, I guess I answered it as in the past. So in the future, if I wasn't a Dom, I guess I would just do YouTube. Honestly, I really love it. I love the format. There's so many things that I could do with it, you know, in a more vanilla setting. I mean, I could try doing music too. I love music, so why not, you know? And I have a lot of connections in the music industry as well. So, yeah. I would love to sing though, like, that's always been a passion of mine. Watsals says, after your explanation, I'll be celebrating Thanksgiving every year. I mean, that's a thing. Like, if I had my own space, I would totally do that because I think it's really important to, you know, connect with all of my subs and stuff. Although, it's kind of tricky because I don't think they would want to, like, know each other, especially if they want privacy. But, yeah. Puggle! Wait, am I saying it right? I keep on forgetting. Poggle? Damn it. Says, hello there. I always forget if I say it right or not. Remind me. Okay, Poggle. Says you said it right the first time. Lol, sorry. Hello. Sam says, I totally agree with you, Miss Mara. Thank you for confirming what I also was thinking, Miss. Oh, my pleasure. Poggle says, can I hear your singing voice? What do you want to hear? I think I've been like sing-songing, replying this whole time. So I might just do that kind of in the future. Like, okay, let's go with Matthew. I love your toes, mistress. So ridiculous. Oh my God. That's like not singing for real, but you know, sing-songy. Jacob says, do you have any personal subs? Yes, I do. I don't have many because it's a really hard job, and I actually have a YouTube video about this. If you look on my channel and you search personal submissives, then you will find everything that I expect from a submissive, how long they have to serve me in order to become a personal submissive, and so on, and the responsibilities, all in that video. So yes. Sam says, great voice. I sing better with a microphone and like actual music that I can sing to. Like my family's, I'm part Filipino, so my family's done karaoke ever since I was little, like since I was born, basically. Jacob says, thank you, mistress. I'll be sure to check it out. Yay! But check it out after this live. And if you are here, give this live stream a thumbs up. Man, I already need more water. This is crazy. Matthew's asking, are your feet sweaty, mistress? No, not right now. I think the cool water is helping me kind of with this heat. So luckily, it's not too bad. Charles says, I remember one time that I felt like going on a job interview when it came to mistresses. Yeah, I mean, you should always apply to a mistress like it is a real job interview, because if we've never played before, I want to know about you. I want to know what your experience is, like a job interview. I want to know, and if you don't have experience, I love that too, but I just need to know that. I want to know like what your interests are, and if you are interested in serving me like personally, what that means to you, so on and so forth. So and honestly, like a personal sub is a real job. Like you have to be available when your mistress needs you. You have to be able to give her the attention that she deserves. You have to be able to help her out in all of her endeavors, at least the ones that you can help her out in. So it's a big deal. And this goes back to the whole collaring thing that somebody else brought up at the beginning of the stream. It's like, collaring's a big deal. And to me, at least. There are some people who just collar left and right, and I'm just like, why? So you can call them yours, but that doesn't mean anything. What have they done for you? Sam says, well, people, just quickly read my bio. It will resume what Miss Mara wants from a perfect sub. Laughing, crying face. Oh, quickly read my bio. It will resume what Miss Mara wants from a perfect sub. Watsell says, east or west straw stays intact. Laughing, crying face. I know it's bad. Oh, you mean this? Man, you guys pick up on like everything. Cause like I'm concentrating on like the actual chat and like what you guys are saying and like responding to it as best as like to the best of my ability. But like I'll be doing random stuff like here and over here. But you know, that's what makes live streams fun, right? Cause you get to like check. It's like a checks and balances thing. You get to check me trying to do my thing, so on and so forth. All right. Oh my God, you kind of made my eyes water. Oh, that was funny. Okay. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Oh man. Okay. Anything that you guys have found interesting recently? Like, not necessarily news, I'm just saying like random stuff. Matthew, we know what you are thinking about right now. Matthew's asking, are your toenails painted? They are still in this like kind of clear coat color. Oh wait, maybe not. No, they're nude. I actually like my nails nude. They look healthy, you know? I can see like the blush underneath the nails. Same with my like fingernails. Like you can see like when they're nude, they just look good because you're not using harsh chemicals to take off, you know, the nail polish. You're not using files to like shave off the gels or acrylics that some people use. So they're quite nice right now. I did break a couple nails last week because I did play with my tickle sub. And every time, no matter how long my nails are, they can be short, long, in between, they always break. If you know who you are when you're watching this later, yes, I have 2 broken nails because of you. But I say that with love. Sam asks, well, is it possible for you to drink while singing and showing bare feet, dear Miss Mara lol? Yes, it is. If you guys tip me. I need a super chat or a super sticker of like at least $15. $15 to $20 on that one. What Sal says, glad I can make you laugh. 3 cheers to the bottle too. Laughing, crying face. You know, things are so much more funny when like I'm actually drinking. What do I have around me? I'm not gonna drink right now because it's too warm for me to do that. I just need to hydrate and not dehydrate myself. Ooh, I have some tequila. It's like a mezcal. Okay, so it's not tequila, it's mezcal. And I actually don't really like mezcal very much, but this one is very good. If you see the blue. So maybe I shouldn't show the labels. I'm not being sponsored. Okay. Matthew says, nude is better. Oh, then you'll really like the pedicure video that I told you to watch after this because my feet are nude there. And the Chanel nail polish that my sub puts on me is clear. So, yes. What else do I have around here? Cognac. Oh, and more mezcal. We did a tasting, that's why, recently. So, yeah. What are your favorite beverages or drinks that you like to drink that are, I guess, alcoholic? I don't know. I also have a bunch of wines that I recently, or that a sub recently purchased for me. Sam says, sadly, I must leave to sleep. It's late here. Thank you all, goddess people. It was a pleasure. Take care all. See you next time. Sam, I am so happy that you came to this live stream. My live streams are always this fun, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and hopefully I will see you again soon. And hopefully you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on so that you know when my next video comes out, which is going to be on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Sleep well. Matthew says, are you posting the video this Saturday or next Saturday? I'm still waiting on it to be approved. So whenever they decide to do that, you know, hopefully this Saturday, but it could be next Saturday as well. You've got to be subscribed and turn on the notification bell to find out when. Sam says, all done, goddess lol. Thank you. See you next time. Good night. Puggle says, weird question. Do you actually care about age, even if they are under legal, but you abide by the laws? But personally, question mark, if that made sense, asking for my mind. Don't answer if you are uncomfortable. Bye, Sam. I don't think I'm actually attracted to anybody under age. I actually don't even, you know, where I am in my life, you have to be pretty mature, like mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for you to be in my world. So usually I don't care about age, but to play, you have to be of a certain age. You just have to be. But I'm even thinking like people who are in their early 20s, like both men and women, they just like, they're very immature. They're not as mature as I am or I was back then. And so they're fun to play with, but for a real relationship and real servitude, like I've yet to find somebody who is like that dedicated. Because when you're that young, like even in your early 20s, you're still figuring stuff out your whole 20s. You know what I mean? Like you are trying to figure out your work and where you want to go within the next 5 to 10 years. Like when you're in your later 20s, I feel like, and you're in your 30s, depending on where you are in life, I feel like you have a more solid, like your early 20s is your solid foundation. And then your later 20s is like, okay, I'm just building on top of that foundation now, you know? And so I don't know if that's answering your question. Let me know. Watsel says, I don't know if it was fun for you, but for me, chatting with you clenched my thirst after breaking up with a dominant girlfriend. Oh, well, I'm glad that I could make your day. And I hope you heal in all aspects from that. Matthew's asking you cleaning your feet or your sub. What do you mean? In the new video that's coming out? It's not cleaning at all. Puggle says it made total sense and you did answer my question. Thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah. How old are you? Matthew says yes, the new video. Yeah, the new video is not cleaning at all. That was the one that I already did. The new video is gonna be ASMR. So, yeah. Hello, Bob. No, I don't take custom requests like that unless you tip me through a super chat or through super sticker, or if you join my memberships. Bob's asking if I will ever do a sock smelling video. I can't do that on this channel, but I have a lot of foot content on iwantmara.com. Go check it out. Yep. Watsel says, being walked on a leash by Miss Mara, some goals in life. Yeah, see, if you join my memberships, you can get emojis like this. Leash color leash. Okay, there's a hair in my face. Are there any last questions, comments, concerns, topics that anybody wants to ask me? It's almost at 2 hours. Wow. Jacob says, so what age does a person have to be to apply to be your submistress? Just wondering. So here in the United States, you have to be at least 18 for to dine with me if we're going out to dinner and stuff like that, and you're treating me to like dining and then playing afterwards. Usually over 21, and usually the people who do take me out are over 21 anyway, so that's no problem. The law might vary in different countries, but yeah, I would say 18 to 21 is a good measure anyway, because most people can't necessarily afford it. So yeah. And honestly, I feel like you have to be at least 25 to 30 because most people are in school if they're too young and they can't dedicate that time to serving unless they just want to be a financial sub. Matthew says, nice chatting with you, mistress. Looking forward to the video. Already thumbs up. Bye for now. Thanks for stopping by. Poggle says, thanks for treating us like submissives, but answering questions and such. I appreciate it. Yeah. Jacob says, okay, that makes sense. Thank you, mistress. Where are you from, Jacob? Out of curiosity. Jacob says, I'm from England. Oh, nice. Okay. That are nice. That is on my bucket list as well. I was supposed to go last year, and then this year I was like, nope, gonna skip it because we don't know what's happening with travel. So maybe next year, I don't know. Bob is asking, do you do custom FaceTime or only vids? Yes, I do custom FaceTime with payment upfront beforehand. Of course. In full. What's says, you are too sweet, miss. Looking forward to more videos and content. Red heart. Thank you. Liam says, sadly, I can't stay long, but hey, Miss Smara, greetings for summer version of me. Nice to see you on here, Liam. I'm actually about to get off as well, so no worries. I'm staying on for a few more minutes, but I'm catching all the last questions, comments, concerns, of course. Bob says, thank you, mistress. You're welcome. You can view my donations for that time, for like, you know, camera time on my website, dominamara.com. Jacob says, if you ever come over to England, be sure to let me know, mistress, with 2 pink hearts. Actually, the best way you could find out is if you go onto dominamara.com, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you sign up for my newsletter, because I always tell everybody when I'm traveling and what dates I will be in town. And another way to view that is going to my travel page. I have a page dedicated to travel on my website, and that also shows you all the cities that I've ever been to. And then if there are any travel dates that are upcoming, which I do say in my newsletter, it's also reflected on that page. So I'm very organized. Also, I announce what I'm doing on my Instagram and my Twitter. So, but the newsletter is probably the best way because literally right after I book my flights and my trip, I notate it there, then and there. Jacob says, I see, will do, mistress. Wonderful. Liam says, if you can make any BDSM gear out of any material, fantasy and sci-fi, which would it be? You've asked me this before, Liam. Remember, we did medieval because of my chastity collection. And then he says, like mithril chains or dragon leather or flugger or energy chain cuffs. Probably would be a mix of leather and metal because that's what metal is what holds leather together. I mean, there are vinyl materials that I also really like. So it depends on the concept, really. Shiva says in India it's 5:30 a.m. My goodness, what are you doing up so early? Liam says, well, medieval isn't mythological or sci-fi. It can be mythological. Because like if you're doing like stuff from the Arthurian or Arturian age, which is, you know, King Arthur, that I believe is overlapping, right, with medieval and mythological. But I guess if you're just talking about mythology, probably something in the Greek era for me, just because I really enjoy, as you've seen before, Greek gods and goddesses. So, yeah. Liam says, if you could dom with anyone out of time, not modern time, who would it be? I can see you co-dom Caesar with Cleopatra. I definitely would love that combo. Not going to lie. Would really do love that combo. Where's freaking Stan? Because he would be all up in this too. Hopefully he watches this later because it's a really good question. And I haven't answered it before. So, but honestly, it would probably also be like, what's the Chinese pirate? The chick who commanded over 300 pirate ships and then later on retired and opened up like a brothel. And just like made a lot of money doing that later on. Because I want to know how she was able to do that back in the day. Because the world is already so patriarchal as it is. How was she able to be such a powerful female figure back then? And a businesswoman. Smart businesswoman. The sad part is I don't speak Chinese, so it would probably be very, very hard to understand. But, you know, if language wasn't a barrier, that would be it. And technically that would be like medieval Chinese times. Like, not necessarily ancient, but back then. Liam says, sorry for all the questions, but you said you'd answer questions before you go. I know, I did. No need to be sorry. If I really had to go, like, right now, I would just stop you and be like, okay, bye. But yeah, I actually really like these questions, so I'm answering them. But also, any last ones? Does anyone have any last questions or things that they want to ask me before I head out? I have a new video this Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I am going to be out of town, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream because I was going to bring back live streaming on Sunday. I don't know what time. I don't know when, but yeah. Liam's asking if you could someone with a book, which would you choose? Your favorite book, their favorite book, or maybe their most hated book? Ooh, it depends on what kind of person they are, because if they're like a super religious person, then I would spank them with a religious book. But if they're not religious, and yeah, I would spank them with what they didn't like the most. So it's not even about the book itself. It would probably be like maybe the topic. So say they don't like, I don't know what, say you don't like for you, say you don't like pumpkin pie. I would take a book dedicated to making pumpkin pie, and yeah, that would be your punishment. Puggle's asking, Liam, do you have a book interest? And no shaming here. I didn't know that was a thing. Sounds like fun humiliation. No, I don't know if Liam has a book thing, but he's just very particular. He likes a lot of specific things. Liam says, yeah, goddess, punish my buttocks. Punish me with some good Lord of the Rings. With a laughing face. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. What Saul says, bye Miss Mara, enjoyed your live stream. Just a request if you could bless me before I head to bed. Yes, thank you so much for joining and for participating and for telling people to like and subscribe. And I hope I see you again soon. Make sure that you're subscribed and turned on notifications so that you know when I am on next or when I have a new video out next. Leanne says, I like intelligence, so maybe books get involved, but I was just trying to ask good questions. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Leanne, because there's so many people who ask questions that are just like have been repeated multiple times, or like, you know, I'm just like, okay, is there anything else that you're interested in besides this? So Liam technically is a sapio sexual. And honestly, I am kind of one too. You have to have a brain to really like attract me somehow, not just personality and looks. Poggle says, Liam, fair enough. Lol, just curious. Khaled says, please, my mistress, I want to see your souls. You need to tip me in a super chat or a super sticker in order for me to do that. You can do that with the $sign underneath the chat. And it's a minimum of $5 to $10 in order to do that. But I would do that quick because I'm about to leave. And if not, then I would recommend my other videos, such as my Chanel pedicure video that is like a foot spa day. Liam says, redheads, giantesses, some six packs, blue eyes, and freckles would be perfect physical attraction for me. Sounds like the girl from Brave, but like tall. All right. If that is all, I want to thank you all so much for coming by and sharing some laughs with me, asking awesome questions. If you like this video and live stream, go back and watch it if you haven't seen all of it, but give it a thumbs up, share it so that other people can know about my live streams. And until next time, be safe, have fun, and keep it kinky, everyone. Mwah!